Today, I got my hands on the exclusive College Football 25 Nebraska player ratings, and we're going to be doing a live reaction. Which players are rated properly, which ones are rated poorly, and everything else in between. We have a very exciting video today. Make sure to smash that like button if you're getting fired up. And hey, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. I post a video about Nebraska football, Nebraska recruiting, and Nebraska breaking news every single day. So if you're a diehard fan of this program and you enjoy daily content talking about your favorite team, what are you doing? Please hit that subscribe button. It would help me out greatly. But without further ado, let's get into why you clicked on this video. I have the College Football 25 Nebraska ratings, and let's jump right in with our starting quarterback. Dylan Raiola is listed at an 80 overall according to EA Sports, as you can see there, wearing number 15. Freshman quarterback, 6'3", 220 pounds. And he does have a couple traits with him. You can't see that on the screen, but he does have some physical traits in the game. But looking at the rest of the quarterback room, Dylan Raiola, of course, at an 80 overall. Hoiberg, the junior quarterback, at a 73. That's a little bit more than I thought he was going to be at. And then we see Daniel Kaelin at a 69 overall. Honestly, not bad there for the true freshman. So I honestly, to start off this video, have no complaints. That's not going to stay the same way. There's some things that we're going to get to on this offensive defensive line that aren't phenomenal by EA. But let's go over to the running back room this time. Dante Dowdle, Emmett Johnson, and Ramir Johnson are all a 79 overall according to the game. Now, I believe when you load up the game, Dante Dowdle will be the official starter on the depth chart. It should be noted of the screenshot I have, Gabe Irving is not on here. I think actually that's Mekhi Beckwith on the top right there, listed at a 74. I don't believe that Gabe Irving bought into the game. I don't believe that he has or he wanted to be in the game. So that's something that we'll get confirmation about, but it does look like that's his measurable, 6 foot tall, 199. So that should be noted that Gabe Irving, you will not be able to play with him in College Football 25. But you see there as well, Quinn Ives is a 70 overall. So Gabe Irving, one of the only players that will not be in the game for the Huskers. Again, just did not want to get in because for whatever reason. So let's take it down to the wide receivers this time. Or excuse me, the fullbacks. We have Janiron Bonner at a 78 overall. Again, no complaints. Then another guy there at 58. Now, for the wide receivers, what you've been waiting for. We have Jamal Banks, our highest rated wide receiver, at an 83 overall. Then, of course, Malika Coleman down there at a 70. Ja'Cory Barney, 71. Alex Bullock, 71. Jaden Doss, 66. Now, I believe Isaiah Nair is about an 80 overall. We'll get to that. I do have a screenshot for him, so just stay tuned and we'll get to Isaiah Nair. But that's a first look at our wide receiver room. There's Jamal Banks in the game. Man, he looks great. Again, that's his player scan at 6'4", 205. You can see his overall is that 83. Has a speed of 89, which is not bad. What I am mad about, however, is that catch in traffic. 83 for Jamal Banks. This is one of the best jump ball machine wide receivers in all of college football. That should be a lot better for him. But let's take it now to the offensive line. And there's a lot to look at right here. So let's go from left to right. First off, Turner Corcoran at a 79 overall. Honestly, no complaints there. Seems about right. Same with Henry Letufsky. Then we take it to left guard. Justin Evans Jacobs at 81. Now, I'm a big Justin Evans fan, but that seems a little bit high for a player only going into his third season. We have Micah Mazuka at an 80, or excuse me, a 78. And then some other scattered players there as well. Now, what I am very frustrated about is Ben Scott, listed at a 78 overall. Ben Scott's one of the best centers in the country. Honestly, he's the best offensive lineman for Nebraska by far, and only a 78 overall for him. That's not fair, and that will be changed by the end of the season when he's up for a bunch of awards. So I cannot believe that rating for Ben Scott. Then we have Teddy Prohaska on the next slide there at an 81. Again, that seems just about right for him. We have Grant Bricks at a 74. And then last but not least, on the right-hand side, Bryce Benhart at an 85. That will be Nebraska's highest-rated offensive lineman. Not bad. Again, Bryce Benhart is a player who's got a lot of slack recently, but he is a very, very good player as of late. And then other than that, again, Jacob Hood actually is a 77. Jacob Hood, the Georgia transfer from last year, is one overall lower than Micah Mazuka. I cannot believe that. Jacob Hood has not really ever played for Nebraska. So Interesting offensive line ratings, and we have to go back to the tight ends. I skipped them. This is Thomas Fidone at an 82. We have Nate Borkacher at a 74. And then Camden Watucky, who is our long snapper, at a 56. And then I believe Lyndon Meyer did not opt into the game, and all of our other freshmen. So for what it looks like, Carter Nelson will not be in the game for Nebraska. Another thing to note, unless he's listed with the wide receivers, which I don't believe he is. So looks like not great news there. Carter Nelson will not be in the game for Nebraska. Again, not confirmed just yet, but from this screenshot, he will not be in the game. Ismail Smith-Flores will not be in the game, among many others. So not great news there. I believe Stewart is Luke Lindenmeyer, but Luke Lindenmeyer, of course, did not opt in. So very interesting that Carter Nelson will not be in the game for the Huskers. Let's take it to the defense here. So this is a screenshot at the end of the season. You can see Tommy Hill is our highest rated player at an 89 overall. Isaac Gifford at an 85. Nash at an 85. All fine ratings. Then we have Isaiah Nair at 83. Okay, perfect. John Bullock at an 80. But here's the interesting thing. I'm going to show you this next slide. Ty Robinson for the Cornhuskers is listed at a 78 overall. That is unbelievable for a starting defensive end for Nebraska. I could not believe my eyes when I saw this for the first time. Yeah, I'm not too high on Ty Robinson myself. I've said this for months now that I don't think Ty Robinson, is an all Big Ten caliber player. But I don't think he's a 78 overall. I think he should absolutely be in the 80s. EA is disrespecting him on a completely other level. I cannot believe that. Other than that, we have Buda Wright at a 79. We have MJ Sherman at a 77. I think that's fine. Deshaun Singleton at a 77 is disrespectful. Absolutely disrespectful for one of the better safeties in the Big Ten. Then Isaiah Garcia Castaneda at a 73, and then Bushini we'll get to at the end at a 72. Let's take it to the defense here. So it should be noted all of the defensive ratings I'm about to show you are from one season in the future. So basically the creator of this video, Bordeaux on YouTube, he went to the next year, which is 2025. So now some of these ratings might not be completely accurate, but they're basically one or two off from what they will be when you get into the game. So first things first, A.J. Rowland at 80 overall is pretty crazy. Again, I imagine when you load in the game, he'll be around 77. But I cannot believe that. That's pretty high for A.J. Rollins. Same thing there with Ashton Murphy. But I'm actually going to take it to the right-hand side. Jamari Butler at a 76 is unheard of for a guy who led Nebraska in sacks last year with 5.5. Cameron Lenhart also at a 76 is ridiculous. That's not fair to him. That's not fair to the coaching staff for Nebraska. You just have two of arguably the best players on defense for Nebraska in the 70s, the low 70s at that. Unbelievable. And again, it should be noted that this is 1 year simmed in the future. So I was distraught when I saw this rating for Jamari Butler and Cameron Lenhart. And then we take it to the middle. Again, in this simulation, Ty Robinson and Nash are graduated, but we have Riley Van Poppel at a 77. Seems a little bit low. And then Sua Lefodu at a 76. So that is the D tackle room. Let's take it to the linebackers. Once again, all of these are simmed 1 year in the future. We have Stephon Thompson at 80, guessing that he will start off his career when you sum up the game at probably a 78, 79. Seems a little bit low once again for Stephon Thompson. I thought he was going to be around that 84 range, honestly. He's been one of the more productive players in all of college football. What I hate here as well, look at Princewell Emmanuel. 74 overall. Are you kidding me? For a freshman All-American last year, 74 overall? That's ridiculous. Another disrespectful bit. I cannot believe Maverick Noonan is rated higher than Princewell Emmanuel in the game. And Willis McGahee III. So I can't believe that. And then we have on the right-hand side, Mekhi Bayer at an 81. That's a good rating. I'll take that for Mekhi. Last but not least, let's take it to the secondary. And as you can see here, a lot of ratings. And once again, for the last time, simmed 1 year in the future. Dwight Boodle at a 78. Mario Buford, 74. Malcolm Hartzog, 85. Honestly, pretty generous rating for Malcolm Hartzog, but you'll take that. I believe, actually, Malcolm Hartzog is an 83 officially, but again, simmed 1 year in the future. You have Bly Hill, a 76. That seems okay. And then Ethan Nation still in the game for the Huskers at an 84. To our other guys here, we have Marquez Buford at an 82. Once again, seems low for one of the best safeties in the Big Ten. All the other guys are fake players. And then on the left-hand side, I skipped over this. We have Kobe Bretson at 81. DeAndre Barnes 75, Roger Gradney at an 78, and then Rex Guthrie at a 75. So nothing crazy there to complain about. Brett's honestly is a little bit high, but I just cannot believe, first things first, that Marcus Buford only an 82, and then a lot of the other poor ratings that we've seen in the past. So, all right, guys, that was the college football Nebraska ratings. Let me know what you thought about them. Which player do you think should have been rated higher, lower? Are you mad that Gabe Irving is not in the game? Looks like Carter Nelson as well. You cannot play with him. So, again, not completely official on the Carter Nelson bit. It is official for Gabe Irving. Looks like he will not be in college football 25. So, let me know that down in the comment section. And, hey, if you enjoy videos like this, please hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, folks, go Big Red, go Matt Rhule, and see you in the next one.